All right, guys, here we go. Part 2. Now we're going to, don't panic. Now we're going to simplify a complex fraction like this, okay? So the first thing we have to do is make the denominators match, okay? That's probably going to be our best approach, okay? We just get the denominators to match, and once they do, things will just kind of fall apart, okay? So here's what I notice. I notice this guy can't be factored, so I'm going to go ahead and put parentheses around it, okay? This guy can't factor either. Put parentheses around that, okay? And now, all I need to do is match my denominators, okay? So remember, 3 things, okay? Get the numbers to match. Do you see any numbers in the denominators anywhere? No, okay? Then get the x's to match, okay? Well, this guy has an x, so this guy needs an x, and this guy needs an x, okay? So now if I put an x here, I have to put an x here. If I put an x here, I have to put an x here, okay? All right, so now we got our x's taken care of. Now let's get our parentheses to match. So this one has an x plus 4. This one has an x plus 4, that's good. This one needs an x plus 4, okay? So x plus 4 here, and I need to put an x plus 4 here. All right, so far so good, right? Okay. All right, so now let me just show you something really quick. I have, let's see if I want to do it this way. Let's just simplify this, okay? There's a couple ways you can go, and I'm hopefully going to take the least confusing way, all right? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make this guy right here, this division bar right there, and this is 5x over x times x plus 4, okay? Over, right, we have another fraction down here. Remember, the denominator is x times x plus 4, so go ahead and write that, x times x plus 4. And the numerator now is 1x plus 2x plus 8, okay? So that's 1x plus 2x plus 8. Okay, did you catch that? And then that can be combined. 1x plus 2x is 3x. Okay, so 3x plus 8. All right, and watch this. I'll just write it on the next step. No big deal. All right, so now I have 5x over x times x plus 4 over, this is 3x plus 8, over x times x plus 4. Okay, all right, and here's the division bar in the middle. I try to make that one the longer one just to help you out. Now let me show you something really quick. I'm going to take a side trip over here, okay? Let's just say I have something like this. 1 over 9 divided by, I don't know, 3 over 9, okay? Let's see what happens if I just try to simplify that. This says 1 over 9 divided by, right, divided by 3 over 9. Okay, 1 over 9 divided by 3 over 9. Okay, now remember last time we met, you learned to, or were reminded to take that division sign, turn it into multiplication, and then flip this guy or write the reciprocal. So now it's 1 over 9 times 9 over 3. Okay, all right, watch what happens. Now the 9's cancel, don't they? And you're left with 1 over 3. Now if we compare that to what we had over here, can't you see that all we have to do to go from this to this is cancel the 9's? And aren't we left with 1 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator? Don't we end up getting 1 over 3? And that's what we have here, right? Why am I showing you this? Because if you notice, we have the same setup here. We have this guy over x times x plus 4 divided by this guy over the same thing, x times x plus 4. Guess what? They're going to cancel just like those 9's, and we're left with 5x over 3x plus 8. Okay? All right, let's do another one. I'm going to make one that is insane looking, okay? Let's try it out. This is, don't be alarmed. It's going to look crazy, okay? But I'm here. I'm going to walk you through it. So it's 3 over 5x squared minus 5 all over 2 over x minus 8, the dreaded negative sign, minus x plus 3 over x squared minus 7x minus 8. All right. Let's begin. All right, first thing we need to do is factor everything, okay? So let's factor this denominator. What do they have in common? A 5. So we'll take out a 5, and then we're left with x squared minus 1. Now, don't be alarmed, but that factors again, okay? So this is a 5, and then if you notice, that is a difference of squares. So x plus 1 and x minus 1. Okay? All right, let's do this denominator, x minus 8. You can't factor it, so put parentheses around it. We want those parentheses. Remember, there are 3 things: numbers, x's, parentheses, okay? All right, so we got that. Now let's factor this guy. X and x, 8 and 1. We need a negative 8 plus 1 to get the negative 7. All right, we're good. So now I'm just going to clean this up. Here we go. Do the big division bar, and up here we have 3 over, what did that factor into? It factored into this, okay? 5, x plus 1, x minus 1, okay? All right, over 2, x minus 8, minus x plus 3, over x minus 8 and x plus 1. All right, so now, believe it or not, we're looking better. We're looking good, okay? So here's what we do. Remember, 3 things. Numbers. Let's get the numbers. So this guy has a 5. So this guy needs a 5, so put a 5 here and put a 5 here, okay? This guy needs a 5, so put a 5 here and put parentheses around that and put a 5 there. Okay? Oh boy, there's going to be a lot going on here. This is going to be a monster. All right. Not sure if I'm going about it the best way, but we're going to do it regardless, okay? All right, now let's look at the x's, okay? There's no x's here, okay? There's no x's here, and there's no x's here. Phew, okay, good. So we got the numbers taken care of, we've got the x's taken care of. Now let's do the parentheses, okay? So there's an x plus 1 here and an x minus 1, okay? There's neither for this one, so I need an x plus 1 here, also an x minus 1 here, okay? So if I put it down here, I have to put it up here, so x plus 1, x minus 1, okay? All right, this one here has an x minus 8. It has an x plus 1, so all I need is an x minus 1, okay? So an x minus 1. So put an x minus 1 on top too, okay? All right, and if you notice, this one has an x minus 8, so does this one, but this one does not. So this one needs an x minus 8. So an x minus 8 here, put an x minus 8 here. All right, now, if you're able to concentrate on everything I've written down here, let's just look at the denominators from each section, okay? Look at the denominator here. It's got a 5. It's got an x plus 1, an x minus 1, and an x minus 8. Let's check the other denominators. 5, x plus 1, x minus 1, x minus 8. Good. 5, x plus 1, x minus 1, x minus 8. Good. All of our denominators are good. Okay? So now, if you remember from the last example, once all the denominators were good, you're going to cancel them off anyway. So don't even sweat all that. Okay? So here we go. Let's just clean this up. All right, so we have 3 parentheses x minus 8 over, okay, and we have all this stuff, okay? We have that whole thing, 5, x plus 1, x minus 1, x minus 8, okay, over, we have this. This is 10, 5 times 2 is 10, times, and that's going to be x squared minus 1, okay? So x squared minus 1, Okay, I just multiplied that together. All right, over that big old thing. Okay, so 5x plus 1. Actually, here, I don't need to do this. I'm sorry. Let me just make one big fraction bar down here. Okay. All right, because it's all the same denominator now, right? So it's 5x plus 1, x minus 1, x minus 8. Okay, so I got the 10 times the x squared minus 1. Then it's minus, so minus. Then it's 5 times that, so it's going to be 5 times, and I'll just multiply this together. This is x times x is x squared, minus x plus 3x is plus 2x, and then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Okay, now if I'm going too fast, remember you can always pause, okay, rewind. All right, so now here we go. We have this big bar here, that's this guy right here, okay? And we have the 3, remember, this guy is going to cancel now with this guy, okay? So we don't even need to worry about it anymore. In the numerator up here, I have 3 parentheses x minus 8, so I'm gonna go ahead and distribute 3x minus 24. Actually, you know what? I take that back, don't do that. We're gonna just keep that factored for now, okay? Just keep it factored. You'll see why. 3x minus 8, keep it factored. This guy right here, we're going to distribute everything, okay, and then combine like terms and then factor. And hopefully we get an x minus 8 or a 3. Here we go. 10x squared minus 10, okay, minus 5x squared, okay, minus 10x, plus 15, okay. All right, now let's clean this up. All right, so now we have, here, I'll go up to the top here. Now we have 3 parentheses x minus 8 over, okay, we have 10x squared minus 5x squared. That's 5x squared, okay, 5x squared, okay. Then we have minus 10x, okay, and then we have negative 10 plus 15, that's plus 5, okay. All right, let's see if that factors. I don't know if it will, but if it does, that would be awesome. So 3x minus 8. I know I could factor out a 5 from everything, so I'll put a 5 here, and then I've got x squared minus 2x plus 1. Ooh, it does factor. Check it out. Here we go. 3x minus 8. I got a 5, and this trinomial, x and x, 1 and 1, and then they both need to be minus. All right, check it out. Everything's factored, so guess what I can do now? I can cancel. Oh, man. Nothing cancels. What? Dude, that was such a rip-off. Does anybody else feel ripped off? I feel ripped off. Well, that's our final answer. I can't believe nothing canceled after all that work. Well, anyway, this looks a heck of a lot better than that, doesn't it? Okay? All right, guys. Good luck. If you need anything, let me know. Peace.